Embracing the unknown, the zero-trust revolution. The digital age has brought about incredible advancements. It has transformed how we live, work, and interact. But well, this interconnected world has a dark side. Cyber threats are more sophisticated and relentless than ever. Traditional security models, which rely on perimeter-based defenses, are no longer enough. Enter Zero Trust, a security framework that assumes no user or device can be trusted by default. It demands verification at every step, ensuring that only authorized entities access sensitive data and resources. Zero Trust is not just a technology, it's a fundamental shift in mindset. It acknowledges that threats can come from anywhere, both inside and outside an organization's network. This model requires organizations to continuously verify and validate every user, device, and connection. It mandates strict access controls, robust authentication mechanisms, and comprehensive monitoring to detect and respond to threats in real time. The Zero Trust approach emphasizes microsegmentation, dividing the network into smaller, isolated zones. Each zone has its specific access controls, limiting the impact of a potential breach. In this model, even if an attacker gains access to one segment, they are prevented from moving laterally within the network. Zero Trust represents a fundamental change in how we approach security in the digital age. The cybersecurity battlefield: why Zero Trust matters. The cybersecurity landscape is constantly evolving, becoming increasingly complex and dangerous. Cybercriminals are employing advanced techniques to bypass traditional security measures. They exploit vulnerabilities, steal sensitive data, disrupt operations, and cause significant financial damage. The rise of cloud computing, mobile devices, and the Internet of Things, IoT, has expanded the attack surface, creating new entry points for malicious actors. Traditional security models, which rely heavily on perimeter-based defenses like firewalls and intrusion detection systems, are proving inadequate. These models operate on the assumption that anything inside the network is trustworthy, which is a flawed premise in today's interconnected world. Attackers can exploit vulnerabilities, bypass firewalls, and gain access to internal systems. Once inside, they can move laterally, compromising sensitive data and critical infrastructure. Zero Trust addresses these challenges by eliminating the concept of implicit trust. It assumes that every user, device, and connection is a potential threat until proven otherwise. This approach requires organizations to adopt a proactive and dynamic security posture. It demands continuous verification, granular access controls, and comprehensive monitoring to detect and respond to threats effectively. Pillars of Zero Trust foundational principles. Zero Trust is built on a set of core principles that guide its implementation and operation. These principles provide a framework for building a secure and resilient infrastructure that can withstand evolving cyber threats. 1. Never trust, always verify. This principle emphasizes the elimination of implicit trust. Every user, device, and connection must be verified before being granted access to resources. 2. Least privilege access. Users and devices should only be granted access to the information and resources they need to perform their duties. This limits the potential damage of a breach. 3. Microsegmentation. Dividing the network into smaller, isolated zones with their own security controls prevents attackers from moving laterally within the network. 4. Continuous monitoring and validation. The security posture should be continuously monitored and validated to detect and respond to threats in real time. 5. Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Implementing MFA adds an extra layer of security, making it more difficult for unauthorized users to gain access to accounts and systems. These principles are interconnected and work together to create a comprehensive security framework. By adhering to these principles, organizations can significantly enhance their security posture and mitigate the risk of cyber attacks. Implementing Zero Trust is a journey, not a destination. It requires careful planning, a phased approach, and ongoing evaluation and improvement. First, identify and classify assets. Start by identifying and classifying all assets, including data, applications, and devices. This step will help determine the appropriate level of protection for each asset. Next, establish a strong identity and access management system. Implement a robust IAM system that includes multi-factor authentication and role-based access control. Then, segment the network. Divide the network into smaller, isolated zones based on the sensitivity of data and resources. Implement strict access controls for each zone. Deploy advanced threat detection and response tools. Invest in advanced security tools that can detect and respond to threats in real time. This includes intrusion detection systems, security information and event management systems, and endpoint detection and response solutions. Finally, implement continuous monitoring and evaluation. Regularly monitor and evaluate the security posture to identify and address any vulnerabilities. This includes conducting penetration testing, security audits, and vulnerability assessments. Implementing Zero Trust requires a commitment to security from the top down. It involves investing in the right technology, training employees, and fostering a culture of security awareness. Adopting a Zero Trust architecture yields numerous benefits for organizations of all sizes and industries. Enhanced security posture. By eliminating implicit trust and implementing strict access controls, Zero Trust significantly reduces the risk of data breaches and cyber attacks. Improved compliance. Zero Trust helps organizations meet regulatory requirements by providing a framework for managing access to sensitive data and ensuring its protection. Increased agility and scalability. Zero Trust supports the adoption of cloud computing, mobile devices, and IoT by providing a secure and flexible framework for managing access to these technologies. Reduced operational costs. By automating security processes and reducing the need for manual intervention, Zero Trust can lower operational costs associated with security management. Many organizations have successfully implemented Zero Trust and reaped its benefits. Google, for example, has long been a proponent of Zero Trust and has implemented it across its vast infrastructure. This has enabled Google to secure its data and systems while maintaining a highly agile and scalable environment. Other organizations, including financial institutions, healthcare providers, and government agencies, are also adopting Zero Trust to enhance their security posture and protect their critical assets. In the face of escalating cyber threats, Zero Trust is no longer a mere option, but a strategic imperative for organizations seeking to safeguard their data, systems, and operations. The traditional perimeter-based security model is outdated and ineffective in today's interconnected world. Organizations must embrace Zero Trust as a fundamental shift in their security approach. Zero Trust requires a cultural change within organizations. It demands a commitment to security from the top down, with executives, managers, and employees understanding and embracing the principles of Zero Trust. It involves investing in the right technology, implementing robust security controls, and fostering a culture of security awareness. The future of cybersecurity lies in embracing Zero Trust. Organizations that adopt this framework will be better positioned to mitigate risks, protect their assets, and thrive in the digital age.